Mid-Cities Church. How you guys doing this morning? Awesome. Well, hey, we are so happy to be together this morning to worship the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. And we have a moment here for you guys to hear a testimony. And before we hear this testimony, here's what we have to understand. Because of the Jesus that we worship and the Jesus that we praise, because His body was broken and His blood was spilled, and because He was raised from the dead, there was a resurrection. We too experience new life. How many of you guys in this room have been resurrected? You've experienced a spiritual resurrection, right? And we took 1,800 plus college students, we didn't take that many. 1,800 plus college students met in Orlando for a student conference, Every Nation Campus Student Conference, which Nathan was one of them, and Nathan was one of 33 students from here. And we took students from Midland College, Odessa College, and UTPB, and God moved in miraculous ways. It was nothing but a miracle what God did there. I mean, we saw things that only God can do. But we asked Nathan to share a little bit about his story. He's a son from the house, was born and raised in Crane. So we want you guys to hear from Nathan what God did. Nathan, let us know.
Like Pastor Ernie said, my name is Nathan. I'm at Odessa College studying radiology. This is my first year in the program, and we're just gonna share what God's done in my life. So at around 12 years old, I got introduced to Mid-Cities by my family, David and Criselda Bernard. Growing up, I had a family that didn't really go to church. My parents both didn't go, so I never really went. I only went with my uncle. And through high school, I stopped going to church. I didn't lose my faith, but I just stopped going and didn't really push into God. And it wasn't until after I graduated, when I started going to college, I came here to Mid-Cities again. And I went to the Guys Night Out service, and I just got touched by the powerful message that Pastor Shadi had speaked. And after that service, I got to meet with Blaze Lynn, the college missionary here at Mid-Cities, and he invited me to ENC nights on Mondays. And I just met so many people at ENC, and one guy in specific, his name was Ted, and he led me through the one-to-one book. And that's just like when my life started to change and the gospel became more clear and more understanding, and I just wanted to surrender my life to Jesus. So I did that, and I got baptized. And after that, I just wanted to keep pushing into God. So I signed up for the ENC conference, and this past week in Orlando, Florida, I had no idea what to expect. And going into that conference, I've always been nervous my whole life, just no confidence in myself, just being like that shy, awkward kid. And it wasn't until the third and final day that Pastor Tom just spoke this powerful message. I just felt like the chains break and the fear just left my body. And God was just working in me. And after that service, I just started going up to people and just talking to them, speaking to them like I've known them my whole life. And I wasn't even nervous no more to talk. So
that's amazing.
Yeah, God's awesome.
Nathan is one of many students that God's transforming. And just like in his life, the gospel doesn't just clean us from sin, it empowers us to become everything God's called us to be. And so we want to challenge you as a church. Don't let the young generation pass you by. Come on, be an example to them. Allow God to move in your life just like He's moving in the next generation. And let the glory of God shine through all of us, our lives. Amen. Let's give God one big hand of praise for what He's done this weekend. Love you guys.